Welcome back to Unqualified and Uneducated. I think this is episode 25, but that doesn't matter because you already know we give you our unqualified and uneducated opinions on all things sports, movies, music, TV, or any other thing that's interesting. Today, we got the trifecta going on here as myself, Carl, and Chris came back for more. How you guys doing?
What's good, boss? What's good?
Doing good, man. It's good to be back.
Hey, it's good to have you back. How are you guys doing?
My boy begged to be back. He was on his hands and knees.
Yo,
Just like, let me be back. Let me be back.
Yo,
bro.
that's I'm not gonna lie, that's real pathetic, man. That's real pathetic. This is just a janky podcast. I didn't know people were trying to get on that bad. But
He was about to give us $100, bro.
hey, but I'm gonna tell you the truth, Chris. Don't feel bad because people don't know this, but I'm gonna say allegedly, so we don't get anybody in trouble. But allegedly, Derrick Rose listens to our podcast, and Donald Trump listens to this podcast.
Okay, dude. Okay. No,
Derrick Rose and Donald Trump listen to this podcast allegedly. I'm gonna tell you why. 2 reasons. Last week, we were bigging up Derrick Rose, right? We were talking about how cool he is, how good he is, and you know what he did in the game? He had a game winner because of us.
Yeah.
And then that same last episode, go back to the last episode, listen to it. We talked about getting our taxes back and us filing, and the government better. We said the government better open up by the time I'm ready to file my taxes. And guess what happened?
Why are you filing taxes so early, man?
Guess what happened though?
The government opened back up.
Guess who's filing taxes?
Right.
Who's filing taxes on Monday?
That's right. You're welcome, people.
You had
H&R Block be calling me on Friday to set up an appointment. I was like, it's too early to set up an appointment right now.
No, man. You better file before Trump shut it down.
We're the people's podcast, bro.
We gonna change it to We the People. We the people. We the unqualified and educated people. But I'm just saying, a lot of stuff. We've been making moves on this little podcast.
Let me tell you this though. Like a couple weeks ago, I went to go drop off my grandparents at San Francisco Airport, and I ran into Larry Fitzgerald, and he was about to go on vacation, and I took a picture with him, and I told him he should come back and play another year, and then a couple of days ago, he signed another 1-year contract with the Cardinals, dude. So I'm pretty sure he listened to me. He listened to the people. That's what I'm saying.
I don't know how much of that story is a lie or not.
Nah, it's not a lie.
Did you take? Where's the picture?
It's on my Facebook, dude. I can send it to you if you want.
It's not real unless it's on Snapchat, bruh.
No, I don't snap, dude. That's not my thing.
Then everything,
watch other people's snaps.
everything you do is not real.
It's on Facebook and Instagram.
Well, we'll see. We got a fact check. Okay, so
My boy hover-handed on his back, bro.
Yeah, I didn't.
My
really
boy
touch
hover-handed.
you didn't touch his back.
No, I had on an Eagles sweater and an Eagles hat.
Oh, that's
you know,
that's crazy. Well, I wouldn't even have went up to him with all that gear on.
yeah. So
Yeah, you can't do that.
yeah.
You can't ask an opposing player for a picture if you already have your gear on.
But hey, it's mad props to him. He's a great player. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, if you saw LeBron, would you not go up to LeBron?
No.
That's real, bro.
No. No.
Okay.
But that's just me though. But yeah, I honestly, no, I wouldn't go up to him.
Yeah. First of all, that's the no for me. Second of all, you can't be comparing a LeBron and a Larry Fitzgerald, dog.
Oh dang.
These dudes are in different levels of quality.
Well, you see Derrick Rose and you know.
Well, we had to go talk to Derrick Rose because he's gonna be on our podcast.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that's different. We got business dealings with Derrick Rose.
Business with Derrick Rose.
So like I would. We're talking, and I'm gonna talk to Derrick Rose about signing a 1-year deal with the Kings next season. So yeah, so I would have to talk to him because we got separate business dealings allegedly on the side. Allegedly.
You got him. You can bring back.
Just stop.
Vince Carter.
Just stop.
Just stop, bro.
Okay.
Chris, you don't know.
Did you hear how bad he was struggling?
And then,
I was just thinking about who past King players were.
And the first one that came to your mind was Vince Carter.
Yeah,
Vince Carter was on the team for like 8 months, bro.
Yeah, I was gonna say freaking Mike Bibby and Deja Stojakovic or something.
Stojakovic is on the team, bro. What are you talking about?
No.
He's on the
He ain't
team.
never left. He ain't never left.
He's on the
All right,
team.
let's move along.
All right, so let's get into some real business here. Chris is going to be the moderator for today. He's going to be the guy in charge. He has all the topics. That's the new format.
No.
The
What?
guest, whoever is a guest on the show has to come up with the topics, and they lead the flow of the podcast. So,
That's right. All
without
right.
further
That's right.
ado, Chris, take it over.
All right. Well, we're gonna hit the controversial side of topics here. You know, talking about New York State and them passing their new abortion laws here.
The college.
No, New York State. No, what's that school that G goes to? Stony Brook College. They passed it. Yeah. No, we're talking about the actual state of New York passing their laws to change abortion, having to admitting women to abort their pregnancies up to, I believe, is it 9 months or is it up until birth? I'm not
No,
sure.
that can't be
Up
true.
until birth?
That can't be
Yeah.
true. That can't be true.
Hell no.
No,
there's
that's
no way.
no, that can't be true.
If it's in the birthing process, that is damn near that is a human.
That's
That
murder.
just hasn't come out the stomach.
That's
Yeah.
murder.
There's no way you can abort at that.
No, look. Keep on talking. I'm gonna look that up for myself.
There's no way.
So you're saying 9 months and up to birth.
Yes. No, I'm not saying that I know that for sure. I am. That's what I heard.
Okay.
Who you hear
I
that
could
from?
be wrong.
Who you hear
The
that from?
news or I read it wrong.
Chris, you don't know how to read?
They can be formed after 24 weeks if the fetus is not viable or when necessary. Mother. So I guess it can be up to 24 weeks, and it doesn't hurt the life of the mother. Can be aborted.
What is that? 24 weeks. That's like how many months? Like
6 months?
4 or 5 months.
Yeah, 6 months.
So 6 months.
That's part of the.
Bro, that's crazy. That's like a baby though.
For sure.
It is, but I bet you, like, scientifically, at that amount of time, at 24 weeks or whatever, that's probably when it starts developing
Cognition.
like more of the vital stuff. I would assume that's why you would decide the cutoff of at that time, where you could like biologically, like scientifically say this is now like classified as a living human being type of thing at 6 months. I don't know though. I don't know the science behind it.
6 months.
Feel me?
6 months of pregnancy. By the 6th month, your baby is about 12 inches long, weighs about 2 pounds. His or her skin is reddish, cold, but visible. Like that's like a formed. It's a formed
That's what
body.
I'm saying. It's probably like at 6 months, they're like, that's so human that you can't do it.
The nervous system is starting to function at this point in pregnancy. The reproductive organs and
Well,
genitalia,
that's probably big on it. The
They're-
nervous system.
they're fully developed at that point.
Yeah, so then that would make sense why they decide this 6 month time frame where you can still have the option of aborting, I guess, because after 6 months it's like that's a living organism, that's a full grown human, you know, or not full grown, but like that's a living being. I don't know.
I don't know, because I'm looking on courtesy of WebMD.com,
Mhm.
and this is that's like the second trimester. Second trimester is the 4 or 5 months of pregnancy. Your fingers, your toes are well developed. Everything's starting to become developed. That's so crazy. Like 6 months. That's WebMD is saying that 4 or 5 months. You know, that's when the baby is like pretty much the body is pretty developed. At that point you're just growing. So you're saying at that point you could still abort a baby?
That's what New York's saying. Yeah,
Yo, New York is whack, bro.
that's crazy, bro.
New York is.
I really can't believe they actually passed that because they're well. So I'm not really that. I don't get into politics much, but which side Democratic or Republican is pro-abortion? I feel
think
like I should know that, but
I think
I
Democrats
feel
are
like
no
Democrats
are pro.
No, Republicans are pro.
No,
No, Republicans
Republicans are
against,
anti.
Yeah, against
Okay.
abortion. Democrats would be pro.
right.
Pro.
Because
Well,
it's like it's my body, it's my life
Yeah.
versus
for sure.
it's God's will type of arguments, you know?
Yeah, just
Is
think
it,
of Republicans conservative, Democrats liberal.
liberal. Yeah, but I mean, is it New York State?
Which one's a donkey though?
Republican
Because if
state?
that's which one's a donkey?
Donkeys, bruh, I don't even know. I think donkeys are Democrats.
Yeah, well they are some real jackasses if they're passing that law. Like for real. Like that's really some dumbass shit if I ever heard.
It is definitely crazy. The only, like, literally, the one reason I could see something like that being, like, relatively okay is to protect the life of,
The
like,
pet
the mother.
the mother.
You know, like, if it's some dire situation where, like,
Yeah.
there's, like, a 95% chance of her, like, dying in this pregnancy or through the process, then I feel like that, at that point, you have the right to have a decision, like, yeah, I want to, like, abort that life so I can keep living my own. It's selfish in a way, but you know, it's just I feel like something like that would be okay. I don't know.
I mean, I guess I could see that.
Another also way is you see people who are, who are forced into sex, or
Just say
or something
raped.
like that, or raped, or those kind of situations.
Okay, but yeah, I get that. But why would you wait 4 months to get an abortion?
Yeah,
Right.
that's 100% true. That's the biggest thing that confuses me. It's like you're gonna, like, you're pregnant. Like, you have to know you're pregnant within that amount of time. If you don't want it, then get rid of it early. Why
Yeah.
would you go around and waste your time dealing with this big ass burden
Hmm.
for like up to 6 months and then decide, oh, now I just want to.
Well,
Yeah.
What if let's say you do get pregnant and everything is going good, and the 4th to 6th month comes up and you find out yourself you have some sort of illness that might affect the baby too. Like if you get sick yourself and it's going to affect the baby, and if the baby is born, maybe that will complicate things during birth or something like that.
Like, for the baby or for the mom?
For maybe, let's say for both.
Okay, like,
'cause
I think that goes back to
thing.
what Carl was saying. Like if the mother's in danger, saving a life,
That's true.
But like then that gets into some really bad ethical things. Like, so you're gonna kill a baby if they come out such like special ed or something.
Yeah.
Or like
which I hate when, like, that's even a thing. Like, are you serious?
that's when you take a step out of being like human, you become animals. Like
That's for reals, bro.
That's-
That's so
that-
true.
that's what animals do.
Not do animals even do that?
Well, they wait till the baby's born, then they kill it.
Yeah.
Like the
Or they
animal,
just leave it behind.
yeah, they leave it behind, or the animals that can't like fend for themselves, those they get off
Yeah,
by the
but
wild.
even they have the decency to carry out the full term.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, that's like. So I mean, that's I don't care. We'd still be animals.
Yeah, that kind of crap. There's no reason in anyone's right mind that just because a baby might come out disabled in some way that you want to carry it to a full term or whatever.
Yeah,
I
because
guess I don't know. It's so strange though, because I'm not a parent.
Yeah.
I haven't dealt with a kid, or I haven't had like a disabled child, so I don't know what that thought process is. Like, what if like there's a 95%, or what if there's I want to say like a 99% chance. So like it's gonna happen that your baby's gonna come out like, and I don't know if it's possible, but like just completely paralyzed.
hmm
Like, do you bring that one all the way through
I mean,
just for quality of life?
yeah. I mean
It's just weird. It's just weird to think. I don't know. It's
Yeah.
crazy. I guess it's just up to that person and what they believe is going to happen. If they believe that they're going to be able to have that healthy baby, then they can do it. And
yeah.
it's all up to that person's choice.
Yeah.
But if you make the decision, there's no reason to abort.
Yeah,
You know?
that's crazy. I couldn't believe that because like because up until because I remember being like middle school and elementary school. I mean, not elementary school, but mostly middle school and high school, and seeing like the pro-abortion and anti-abortion people like have their little protests outside of the school campus, and they'd have like the anti-abortion people would have like the posters with the baby fetuses and stuff and things like that. And like the one thing that I remember that the pro-abortion people would say was, "Oh, it's a fetus. The baby's not real. It's not a human yet." That was like their argument. That's pretty much been the argument that I've heard from pro-abortion people since I was like in middle school, and now they're just like completely like, no, it's that it's a fully developed body. We're still gonna like abort it.
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't know. I just feel like that cutoff at 6 months, there has to be like some big development that like pushes it over the line to like this is like human for sure. I don't know.
But like
I just feel like they choose that time for a specific reason.
I don't
I'm not
know.
supporting it. I'm just saying they have to have a reason.
WebMD might not be the best thing, but I'm just saying at that point, what I read on there, it seemed like everything is developed in that 4 to 6 months, and then you're just pretty much like the next 3 months is just growing and feeding the baby.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what their thought process is, though. It's like if you do it before or even at that 6 months, then still they haven't fully developed all of their vital stuff. Their hands aren't fully developed. Their this and that aren't fully developed, and that's why it's okay. I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out why they would choose such a strange time and why they would even allow it at 24. I don't know.
Well, you do have to think about what state it was in. Like a state like New York and like California, they're really, really liberal states. So those two off the top of my head are two states that I could imagine that they would do something like that. Like you wouldn't hear about this in states that are like on the Bible Belt or like in the South that are like super conservative. This is only going to happen in like these really liberal, like, I would say more modern states or like modern thinking. I'm not too political, but I just don't think this would happen anywhere but like states like California or New York. Or like,
yeah, I don't know. It's weird. I don't understand. Like, but it's like on top of that, it's like why like liberal, and it's like I don't think I'm either Republican or Democrat. Like I go some ways on one issue, some ways on the other. But it's like liberal people are like, I want to do whatever I want with my body or whatever. I want to be able to do whatever I want with my own body. And it's like, so what you want to do with your body is get pregnant and then abort a baby?
Yeah.
It's just weird. I don't know. It's weird to me.
I don't know. Yeah, because it goes with that whole thing of like women are in control of their body. And then I get that. And like, I don't know. I just like I understand what you're saying as far as like you're not a parent. I'm not a parent either. I'm not a woman.
I don't have any idea what's like any repercussions or anything. I'm just a freaking kid, bro.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. But that's the thing, though. As speaking as somebody that didn't have that control, as a person that at one point in all of our lives we were a fetus at some point. And, our moms carried us to term. They had us, they birthed us, they raised us, and took care of us. I'm just saying, like, I don't know. I just feel like, I don't know. That's just too late for me.
No, I agree. I agree 100% that it's too late. I couldn't, I don't know. I just couldn't. That's just crazy. Yeah. That blows my mind.
I agree with you because, like, I don't consider myself a conservative or a liberal. I'm kind of like a mind my own business, don't bother me kind of thing. But
it kind of just depends on what the issue is, what the issue you're bringing up is. Are you this way or that way about it? It doesn't have to be.
My boy Robert trying to get to a point, and you
my bad.
Oh my gosh.
That's what I was thinking too. I was like,
I thought you were done talking. I'm sorry.
I didn't think I was. I was like, did I pause?
Oh, okay. You did a little bit.
Nah, man. That might have been for that. If I paused, that was for dramatic effect, bro.
I'm sorry. Let me guess.
Yo, this boy is a rook, bro.
He's a rook, bro. He's a rook.
So straight up rookie. It's all good, Chris. It's kind of it's hard to podcast when remotely sometimes. I feel you. I feel you. But I mean, so we're all against that abortion thing, but we're trying to be sensitive to the fact that we don't know what these situations that these women are going through. There could be other circumstances that are causing them to have these late term abortions. And the fact that New York is passing this law or whatever backs that up. There are these situations. So, I mean,
yeah, I guess in like the very specific, at least cases that we can think of right now, it's not like awful if it's like to help preserve the mom's life, or if it's because of some tragic assault case, something like that.
yeah.
It's just weird. It's just weird. I don't know.
And it's easy for us to say something, but we're not gonna be adopting those kids. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, that's crazy. It's just, I definitely can understand this whole country going that way. Where as we get further into the future, things just are getting different, and lines are being blurred, and just things are. It's just gonna be the world that our kids grow up in and our grandkids grow up in is gonna be a completely different world than like what we grew up in or what our parents grew up in. And
It's gonna be wild.
some things are gonna be great, and some things are gonna be wild and crazy.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy.
So, okay, Chris, you're 1 for 1.
All right, boss, let's go.
You're 1 for 1. Topics we got some good discussion off that one. What else you got, Chris?
I was floating a little bit with a business idea I had earlier
Uh-oh. Not
that
this
me and
one.
Carl were talking about.
Oh boy,
Oh, no.
don't do it to him, bro.
All right, get up. I'm gonna need you to get up on the mic to this one, man. Get up to the mic condom. Put your lips on the mic condom.
Man.
No, don't you dare, Chris.
I need you to get up there.
Yeah, so we were Carl and I and AJ were having lunch earlier today.
Where'd you go?
And, we went to Blaze Pizza, so there's a Blaze Pizza in Sacramento, but it's basically you just go in and you can build your own pizza.
Nice.
Unlimited toppings.
What'd you make?
Stuff like that. I had the spicy red sauce, and then I just put sausage, pepperoni, chicken, bacon, some onions, olives, and I didn't get artichokes, but I should have. But I got mushrooms instead.
That's an amateur move,
Yeah.
bro. Artichokes are always the way to go.
It's just build your toppings. It's unlimited toppings, stuff like that. So, but anyways, we were building our own pizzas, and we're sitting down, we're eating, and Carl brings up the idea, hey, there's build your own pizza, there's build your own hamburgers, there's build your own poke bowl, and he was thinking about what other stuff that we can do to do build your own stuff.
Before you keep going, Robert,
Yeah.
try to think of a build your own place that doesn't already exist. That's what we were trying to think of.
Yeah.
Initially, this is what started.
Yeah.
I was just like, what else is there that you could build your own?
Okay. I can't think of anything.
No, you gotta try. Just name something.
I can't because everything in the world is build your own.
What do you mean?
If I go to like a taco truck, they're gonna say, "What do you want?"
Nah, but you see, we're talking about something like Chipotle, where you see the stuff
Mm-hmm.
and you see pinto black, this or that.
Okay.
And you sit there and scoop it. One of these big old commercialized things is obviously we're trying to make that bread.
Okay. So the only thing that I can think of that's not build your own that's out there is build your own soup. I don't know.
Oop.
There's not a build your own soup. But there's only.
You're so right.
I mean, yes and no.
Bro, you could set it up. like choose your broth. And then
Yeah.
you got like 4 different broths.
And then what meat you want in the broth?
What kind of protein you want to put in the broth?
Mm-hmm. And then what kind of like garnishes you want in there? Do you want a little basil? Do you want that? What type of bread you want to dip in the broth? You know, there's a lot you can do with that.
You could even like do bread bowls.
Yeah, if you want.
Charge. Oh my goodness, dude.
So check this out. Check this out. You have your build your own soup, right? So say you say you're like kind of sick and you want like a soupy one, so you get like a chicken noodle soup. But say you don't want chicken, you can get like beef in there, and then instead of noodles, you can get some other like vegan option, or
you could get like zucchini pasta.
gluten free option. Hey, I don't know if
gluten-free soup.
Yeah, gluten-free
Never
soup.
heard of gluten-free soup.
Is there gluten-free soup?
That's just vegetable broth or stock or something. I don't know.
Hey, we might be onto something here.
Honestly, I think we are.
So like when we were talking about it, the very first thing that I said was like build your own sundaes or something, right?
Uh-huh.
So like I mean, okay, so that's just like an ice cream place. You can go to Baskin Robbins and
like Cold Stones, bro.
Right.
Yeah.
And then I was like, the next thing was like sushi, because like everybody loves sushi. You can build your own, get your own tuna, or if you want unagi, or you want, crab.
Bro, who you calling unagi? The hell?
And then, we thought about, hey, you can go, there's a fish tank and all the fish is there. You can grab your own fish. You can fish your own fish.
That's depressing.
You can make it.
Bro, we took it next level where we have to do absolutely nothing. All we do is provide the rice and the seaweed, right? And then
the nori.
Yeah, the nori wraps. And then what we do is we just put a tank full of fish. You catch your own fish. You cut it up and gut it all yourself. And you make your own sushi.
That's
straight
crazy.
Up build your own. All we do, we sit there and provide like the knives.
I don't even know why anybody would go to the store. Dude, I don't know why anybody would go to this restaurant. I can go buy rice on my own.
It's fun, dude. It's interactive. It's the new thing. Watch.
Okay. So keep on going.
Yeah. So we got to that, and then I went to go get a soda, and I came back, and then I was like,
details.
I was like, you know what? We should just build a buffet to where everything is build your own. Have a station of build your own waffle, build your own poke bowl, build your own noodle soup if you want, And then Carl was like, we can recruit one person from each establishment.
I'm sorry, Chris. I gotta say something, man.
Yeah, go ahead.
Every single buffet in the world is build your own.
Not really, man. It's not really build your own. It depends.
Like there's you got your pancake bars, you got your waffle bars, you got your omelet bars, you got your the hibachi bar, the hibachi grill.
Right. But I'm saying, like, if we go to like a Chinese buffet, it's not gonna have an omelet station or
did you just stereotype?
Yo,
time out. He just stereotyped Chinese buffets.
Bro, we're open to all.
You're so racist, bro.
No, dude, that's why I'm trying to make an international
he said if you go to, I'm just saying, you said if you go to a Chinese buffet, you're basically saying that all Chinese buffets are the same. Why are they all the same? Because they're all Chinese. That's racist, bro.
Come on, Chris, we ain't about that here, bro.
Most of them are the same.
Most of them. That's still a lot of them.
Okay, but I'm just saying, like, you go to all these buffets, and then there's a build your own. It's not really build your own everything when you go to a buffet, because there's just like food that's pre-made. You can go to this kind of food, and I want this, and this, and this, and this.
But like the essence of a buffet is build your own plate. That's the meaning behind
No,
the
it's-
buffet. No. It's build your own. Like
Bro,
you go to a
it's all you can eat.
if you go to a Chinese food buffet, it's basically build your own Chinese food plate. And so instead of like going to Panda Express where you just have like orange chicken and rice, and there's only so combinations, you can get like rice, and you can
Why
have
just
like
orange chicken?
you can have
Why is it
rice.
just orange chicken and rice.
Yeah, you can have other options as far as like rice, crab legs, whole crabs, frog legs. It's just like a buffet. It's like build your own plate, right?
Yeah, it's actually,
that's
but we're
actually
doing the
kinda
same
true.
thing. But we're doing the same thing, and it's just build your own.
So
What we're
Yeah,
saying
but
is
we-
you
we-
only got build your own option.
so talking about, but there's one thing with this buffet idea, build your own. Like another part of a buffet is it's all fast, right? Everything's there.
Yeah,
like
I
how-
just thought about that.
Like the lines to have to wait to so everything is build your own. So everything has a station, and if there's like 5 people at every station, that's gonna be a long buffet.
All right, but that was our initial idea.
Yeah.
and,
Okay.
It got the chopping block.
Okay.
Go ahead, Chris. Lead us into
All
the.
right, so the next that we were thinking about,
This here's the money maker.
yeah,
All right, let me hear it.
right. So we are trying to support our local establishments here in Clovis. You know?
Okay.
So we're thinking about hitting up these local establishments and asking them for sponsorships about our donation sponsorships, whatever you want to call it.
Oh
so
yeah,
let's
time
say,
out.
So,
Can you guys hear that?
Hear what?
Oh, never mind. My mom and sister are like talking super loud.
okay, I hear that now.
Yeah, that's them talking.
Swag.
So like we have a family owned restaurant here in Clovis that serves pretty good hamburgers and stuff like that. So we would go to the restaurant and say, "Can we use your recipe in our
For a hamburger?
yeah, like they have
It's just
their own-
meat and bread, bro.
Huh?
It's just meat and bread.
That's ignorance, dude. That's ignorance.
It's just meat. It's meat, bread, and lettuce. He said, "Can we get your hamburger recipe?"
So you're telling me that the burger at McDonald's is the same as the burger at Burger King?
He said, "Let me get your burger
Oh,
recipe."
Then in that theory, then we should not go to.
No, keep on going. No, I like what you're doing. It's just what you said. We're gonna go to these places to ask for a recipe. You said
All right,
if you would
let
use
me break it down.
if you would use a different food.
Back up off. You're losing us money.
If you
You're
would have chose a
trying to
different
do
food, you should have been like, we would have went to like a soup place, asked for the recipe or something, a different food. But you said a burger.
No. Listen here. It is going to be a burger, but we're not asking them how they make the burger. We want their specialty burger. You know, like every restaurant, they got their number one selling item.
Uh-huh.
Feel me? Like maybe it's some sort of like weird ass duck burger with like chicken parts on it. You know,
Okay.
something like that.
Okay,
So we go
okay.
cop that recipe and some from like a hamburger joint, a Mexican restaurant, a Japanese place. You know, you hit all the different local places
Mm-hmm.
in Clovis.
Okay.
You get permissions to get their like number one seller, their best food items, and we go on the road and we start our own. I was saying we get like a fleet.
Mm.
Hear me out. A fleet of food trucks,
Mhm.
right? Each of them for one of the restaurants,
Mhm.
and we serve whatever that special item is out of it
Mm.
all around the country. We go on a food tour, bro.
Oh snap!
Feel me? And it's like catch us in Los Angeles. We're gonna be there November 12th to November 16th out in like the plaza or some crap.
Clovis
You
on the
come out.
go.
That's what I'm saying. We're gonna call it
Taste of Clovis.
Taste of Clovis.
Taste of Clovis.
Right? So you get you one of those meals, you eat it, you're like, damn, that was good.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, and they're like, where can we get more of that? And you're like, bruh, this place down in Clovis, right here, boom, bop, boom. You get all the advertisement for those businesses back at home, and we make a dough on the road, bro.
Okay, I like what you guys are doing. I like the Taste of Clovis. I like that.
Mhm.
I like it. But
What don't you like about it?
what don't I like everything about it.
Yeah.
I just thought it was funny when you said we're gonna ask for your recipe, and the first thing you said was burger, and I was like, this dude's plankton looking for the Krabby Patty secret formula.
Not specifically the burger,
Yeah.
but like all the fixins.
No, I fixed it.
That
I
goes along with the burger.
I understand now. Like, no, I'm with it. I'm with you guys now. So what? Like, so what? So you got Taste of Clovis. How many fleets of vans you say you needed, or food trucks?
Shoot, we might need somewhere from between 8 to 10.
8 to 10 food trucks. And are they all going in separate locations, or are they all just driving the same place?
So we like set up like a carnival type
Yeah.
atmosphere where we just have all
Oh.
the food trucks in a circle,
They're all
Yeah.
connected.
and you just come in and you
Like a
just
train.
like,
Yo, that'd be kind of nice.
that's what I'm saying, bro.
That'd be kind of nice. And depending on
And
what
then
areas you hit.
That's what I'm saying. Once we get big, then we could like expand, like reach out to like people in other cities and be like, you want to start up your own taste stuff?
Yeah,
You know, it'd be like boom.
yeah,
Next thing you
yeah.
know, we'd be at the Super Bowl, and we're doing all the food for the Super Bowl. Who knows?
If
So,
that'd be crazy if you guys had like a location in every city, in every
Mhm.
state.
That would be wild.
Yeah.
That'd be crazy. And it's all serving
I don't
local
think
food.
That's possible.
That kind of takes away from our point of going around to every city, though. I guess we can have.
But hear me out. You guys will get
Like
you guys will get sick of going on the road after 10 years, right? After 10 years, you guys are going on the road. By that time, you guys will have kids and families, right? So then you're gonna be like, you guys will be like, oh, I want to stay at home with my kids now. You know, like little Chris is like getting into getting into 6th grade. I want to see him coach 6th grade football. You know what I mean? So like, then you're like, I want to stay at home. So then you're gonna get these fleets. You're gonna set up locations now. You got hubs. It don't have to be in every city, but say it's like you have like a capital city in the like a capital city in the state, right? That's your hub, and then you bring the taste of that city or that state throughout the state. Because
I feel you.
there's some states where
You
like
can taste-
they serve different cuisine based on
Right.
where you're the locale. So maybe you're bringing a taste of the other half of the state to like the lower half. Like the stuff that we serve up in, I don't know, Redding, up here up north in Northern California, might have a little different flavor than what's being served down in San Diego, right?
Yep, I hear you.
So we just like have a rotating, like the fleet comes, like the Clovis fleet or whatever, the Southern California fleet going to be up in NorCal.
Mm-hmm.
The Texas fleet going to be in SoCal.
Mm-hmm.
The Michigan fleet going to be in Texas
Yep.
somewhere.
You can rotate it.
Oh,
You got a little
yeah.
rotation, so it's never a dull moment. And then people will come out and be like, "Oh wow, that's a taste of Oregon. Oh snap, that's a taste from Rhode Island. I don't think I'll ever go to Rhode Island now. I think I want to go to Rhode Island."
And dude, we're not gonna let international borders, limit us. We're gonna go all the way up to Canada if we need to.
Whoa! Time out!
Yeah,
Time out!
Ooh,
Time out!
Chris, come on, man.
Time
Why
out,
you
time
gotta, come on,
Time
man.
out! Nobody wants any poutine out here, bro.
Chris.
Nobody wants. Is that what it's called? Like the what?
Poutine. Yeah.
Poutine. Nobody wants poutine out here, bro.
But on top of the food, eventually we could probably get into like beers and wines. and
Oh,
stuff.
that's
Come on,
that's
like
the market.
places.
Local beers and wines, bro. That's where the
what I'm
money's
saying,
at.
bro. Maybe we should just scratch the food and go straight for the alkies.
I think you might have to
Or
giving
hey,
people a good time.
who knows when weed's gonna be legalized in America?
Whoa,
We
Chris,
just
come
have-
on, man.
We just have that.
I think- I'm not gonna lie. I think New York actually passed it already.
Oh,
I think it's legal in New York,
oh,
and that's probably why they passed that bill because everybody's high out there.
Everybody high, bro.
That's probably why. So maybe you guys should hit up New York with the food first.
well, the thing is, we were talking about why stop at food. There's other stuff we can do, like beer and all that stuff. So that's definitely something we can.
We're gonna pitch it on Shark Tank next week.
Yeah.
Shark Tank. I like it. All right.
Check
So
this out. Mark Cuban will be hitting us up. So.
all right,
that,
Chris.
That was kind of hard.
Okay, Chris.
My
2 for
idea.
2. 2 for 2, Chris.
Yeah.
Come on. What's the third one?
Let's do Super Bowl predictions, man. Super Bowl.
Whack.
predictions.
third
Who you
topic.
predict going to be in the Super Bowl? Robert?
I predict that's going to be in the Super Bowl. This is what's the date today? I think it's January 27th, 2019. Off the top of my head, I'm going to make the prediction that the Patriots and the Rams will be in the Super Bowl on February. Is it February 14th or 13th, something like that? February 12th.
Third is next week, dude. Super Bowl's
Bro,
next
you
week.
predicted the wrong date.
But I predicted the right teams.
You predict the right teams. That's all that matters.
And that's all that matters.
February 3rd, man.
Has the Super Bowl always been this early? I always thought it was like around like the 12th of every month, every February.
No, it's around this time.
Huh.
Around this time.
All right, Chris.
Go ahead.
I know you want to answer it.
Mhm.
You want to answer your own damn question.
What was the question?
Who you think gonna win the Super Bowl, huh?
Man, dude.
And you gotta give at least 3 reasons pro and 3 reasons con.
Okay, here, I want to hear this.
I got freaking conflicting thoughts about this, man, because we got the Rams and we got the Patriots. I mean, so,
Wait, Robert, you was right.
Hey! Hey.
I don't know if okay, I'm going to make my decision today because I haven't decided who I want to win. So I'm going to go with the New England Patriots winning the Super Bowl. Okay, so
The
I'm gonna
New
go-
England Patriots, bro.
Yeah.
Tom Brady had a MAGA hat in his locker, bro.
Yeah. So I believe this is the 10th Super Bowl that he's been in. And he's won 5 of them. Lost 4. Why I think the Patriots will win? Just because, number 1, the Patriots are more experienced than the Rams.
Okay, they're old.
Number 2, they have Tom Brady.
Okay.
Is Tom Brady the GOAT of football?
Okay, so you're saying Tom Brady's all they have? What's the third reason?
Is Tom Brady the GOAT of football?
That's Jerry Rice, bro.
Jerry Rice an asshole, though.
You're right. But so is Jordan.
Oh, you're right.
The third reason, I don't even think I need a third reason.
Nah, what's the third reason?
Hey, Chris, 3 pros, bruh. If you can't come up with 3, they don't deserve the W.
Shoot.
Bill Belichick.
I guess that's sure. Bill Belichick. There you go.
So all you told me they're gonna win because they're old. All they have is Tom Brady and Bill
That's not
Belichick.
all they have.
That's what you said.
That's
all they
what you
need.
said.
That's what
all
I
they
heard.
need is Tom Brady.
That's all. That's what you told me. You said they're old. That's all you did. You said you're dogging the team.
He's trying to tell you why the Patriots are going to win while he's telling you how bad they are at the same time.
So let's flip this. Tell me why the Rams would win.
The Rams would win
Because
just
they're young.
They're young. They have
They got a full team.
they got Golf, Darnold. They got
They got a
Marcus.
full team.
They got
Darnold. They don't have Darnold. You mean Donald?
Yeah, I get them mixed up.
Okay. The Rams will win just because I think they'll keep them. They'll keep the Patriots on their heels all the time.
So
they're
there.
they're a little bit more creative on offense.
Okay.
They do have a pretty good defense.
Chris, you already done said more than 3 things for the team you thought was going to lose.
But he told me to ask. He said that
You can only support the Patriots with 2 things. And when you get to the Rams, you start spouting off like 5.
But those you can use those 3 as those 3 that why the Patriots don't win.
Okay. Can you tell me something a little more about the Julian Edelman and Sean McVay matchup?
That's a big matchup, though.
Please tell me how that matchup plays out in this game.
I mean, it doesn't really work because they're both offensive guys. So, and one's a coach, one's a player.
Mm-hmm.
So,
So you're saying there will not be a matchup between the two?
no, it doesn't make sense.
Chris, you just watch. They're going to throw hands in the middle of the game. Bro.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Okay, that's what I'm trying to figure out. So what happens if Julian, he's like on the sideline, right?
Right.
And then
He
all of a
gets,
sudden you see a clothesline just come out of nowhere. I'm talking about that type of matchup, man.
I got Julian Edelman because he's the athlete.
Whoa, yeah.
Whoa! I don't think. Have you ever
That's big,
seen?
bro. That dude looks big, bro.
Dude, I don't know, bro. People always think athletes can fight just because they're big. That's not necessarily true.
Hmm.
Sean McVay, have you seen how many clipboards he's broken?
I have not seen him break a clipboard.
Well, look
That
it
dude
up.
looks like he could bench 700 pounds, bro.
Dude, you're crazy. Anybody that has a Mick in their name, you don't want to mess with him.
Ooh,
Mc-
but give me
McGregor?
another Mick.
McGregor?
Ooh, another one.
McDonald? You know how many people McDonald's killed?
Hey, Ronald?
McDonald's? Like, come on, man. You know how many people he's killed? You don't mess with people with Mick in their name.
Another one.
Michelos. There's probably people passed out from Michelos. Hey, man. Don't mess with people with Mick.
And like, here are the reasons why I don't want the Patriots to win a Super Bowl. It's because it's freaking Tom Brady. I don't want him to win another freaking Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want the Rams to win the Super Bowl. I don't know.
Chris, what?
What?
I don't know what I want to go on.
Get out of here, man. You was 2 for 2.
You were so strong, bro.
You was 2 for 2, and then you just started going all which ways, bro.
Dude.
I don't want to let out my true feelings about the matter.
Let it out. What are you talking about?
Let's hear it, bro.
Wait, I'll get you started. I'll get you started, man. Screw all LA based teams. I hate every team that's in LA. The Lakers,
Even
the Clippers, the Galaxy, the Angels, the Dodgers,
Right.
the who else they
the
got?
Ducks, bro.
The King.
Nah, Ducks are in Anaheim, bruh.
So are the Angels, bro.
I thought the Angels were I thought they were downtown.
They're called the Anaheim Angels.
No, I've always called them the LA Angels.
What the hell?
But at the same time, I don't really watch baseball, so
Yeah, you're right.
They got the Chargers.
I got love for the Ducks. Screw the Chargers. Screw the Rams. Screw the
You got so
Chivas.
much hate for LA, dude.
The Chivas. RIP Chivas. They're done.
Why don't you like LA team?
Oh, I just don't like LA in general.
Why not?
I think it's overrated.
Too crowded, bro, and it smells bad.
Yeah, I went down there like 2-3 times, and everybody talks about how dope it is. It's not really that good.
It takes you like 50 minutes to go 5 miles.
That's what I'm saying. You get stuck on the freeway in traffic. But you did all right, Chris. You were 2 for 3. What is that? A 66 or something like that? 66%?
Yeah.
66.667.
It's all about the little victories, man.
Oh my god.
I don't know if that's a D, bro. Nobody said you
That's a
won.
D. That's a D.
Nobody said you won. All right,
You
so
barely passed high school.
you got a diploma, but you didn't get it. Like, come on, man. Come on, man. That's like you didn't even get a C- if you were talking about like CSU standards.
Yeah, bro. You didn't even pass, bro. Oh, Chris, get out of here, dog.
I have a degree from
No, not on
the
this.
University of
Not on this,
California,
bro.
Fresno.
Dude, you didn't get into a college with this one, man. Stop it. So, all right. So have you guys seen the All-Star, the turnout of the All-Stars?
The starting lineup?
Yeah, the starting lineup on each one.
I saw them. I don't necessarily remember them.
I'll pull it up real quick.
Talking about the NBA All-Star game?
Yeah, NBA All-Stars. Actually, wasn't the Pro Bowl happening today or yesterday or something like that?
It just happened today. We were watching a little bit of it. It was whack.
Who won?
The AFC, I think.
Bro, that is so trash. It's like there's no tackling happening. They put offensive like wide receivers on defense, running the cornerbacks and stuff. So it's just stupid, bro.
Yeah, it's
Tossing,
that's
they were
dumb.
laddering ball back and forth like a schoolyard.
Okay, I got it right here. So, the Western Conference All-Stars as following. LeBron is going to be the captain. Kevin Durant, Paul George, Steph Curry, and James Harden. In the East, we have Giannis as the captain, Kawhi, Embiid, Kyrie, and Kemba.
Ooh, I like how they put Paul George and Kemba.
Kemba made it, and I'm happy for
That's
Kemba
nice.
because it's in Charlotte. So like,
Yeah.
he's gonna get all that love, and he's like he wants to
Oh.
stick with the team. So and he deserves it. He's just been. I feel bad for him because he's just on a bad team that, it's not his fault really that they just don't have the talent. But he's gonna get he's finally gonna get his just dues this All-Star game, and I hope he stays healthy. All-Star game is like it's coming up soon too. Next month, I think.
All right, who you think's gonna get snubbed from the All-Star game this year? Who do
Ooh.
you think's that?
Let me pull
Give
up.
me one snub from the West, one snub from the East.
I'm gonna tell you the truth. If you get snubbed from the East, you don't deserve to be like. Let me see. Let me pull up the East. Let me pull up the East All-Star voting first, so I can see who was like.
Yeah, I'll give you mine. I think Gordon Hayward gets snubbed from the East.
Bro, come on, man, stop it.
He doesn't even deserve to be an All-Star.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like, come on, man. Like, if you get snubbed from the East, you don't have any business. All right, so
I'll try to think of a real snub.
you too, Chris. Come up with somebody you think gonna get snubbed. Oh, my boy getting snubbed. Derrick Rose getting snubbed in the West.
I was gonna say Derrick Rose easy on the West. He's getting snubbed.
Derrick Rose getting
That's an
snubbed.
easy snub. He
He
doesn't deserve it.
doesn't deserve that. He don't deserve to get
D
snubbed.
Rose, yeah, D Rose gets snubbed from the West and from the East.
I can see Blake Griffin actually, because he's sixth. He's sixth in the voting, so they're gonna take Giannis, Kawhi, Embiid. No, Blake will make it. Blake will make it
Yeah, he'll make it.
because Jimmy Butler's gonna get in. Blake Griffin's gonna get in. Jason Tatum's not getting in.
Ben Simmons.
How's Kyrie doing?
No, I think what they do. So Kyrie gets in. Kemba. I think they take Simmons because he could be the third guard. Lowry gets in because Oladipo's hurt.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So I think yeah. So that's the thing. If you get snubbed from the All-Star game this year, you don't deserve to be in it because how you get snubbed and there's an extra spot. Maybe you know who gets snubbed like for real on both sides. I think Tobias Harris and Chris Middleton. I think those two guys get snubbed.
You think Chris Middleton deserves to be an All-Star?
I mean, what is their record in the East right now?
I don't know.
I gotta because the Bucks. I think they have like a. Let me see Eastern.
I feel like they're top 3 easily.
They're number one.
Oh,
You got to have 2 All-Stars from them.
you're right.
You got
it's just
to.
like that, like when the Hawks were number 1 and all 4 of their
Yeah,
starting.
and the Celtics too. They have 4. So the Bucks, you got at least
so
you got to give it to 2 people.
All right, we'll count Chris Middleton as a snub.
Okay. And then I would say Tobias Harris kind of is a
You think
snub.
Luka Doncic gonna be an All-Star?
I think he got too much momentum going on right now. Way too much momentum. They're not even in the playoffs, but like.
Do you think he deserves to be an All-Star?
All right. Part of me says yes. Part of me says no. The part of me that says no is because they're not winning. But like,
Yeah.
those years that DeMarcus was on the Kings and he got in, I was still hyped off that. But if he did make it, I would still understand him not making it because they weren't winning.
You think they're gonna put DeMarcus in the All-Star game?
No. So this is my problem for saying Luka can't get in because he has the stats, right? He has great stats, and they're 2 games in the loss column ahead of the Pelicans. So if he has the stats to get in, the fans want him in. How come he can't get in, but Anthony Davis can get in?
Because Anthony Davis is MVP caliber.
No, he can't. You can't be an MVP caliber dude if your team is 13th in the West.
Anthony Davis got the worst supporting cast in the league.
Can't be true. You got Drew Holiday and Julius Randle and Nikola Mirotic. Come on, and Elfrid Payton. Come on, man.
You're right.
Come on, man.
Anthony Davis does it all, though, bro.
He does it all, but what does it matter if you're not winning?
I can't believe they're not in the playoffs right now.
They're 13th in the West.
Yo, they're doo-doo.
Come on, bro. Like, come on, bro. 13th in the West. We're ahead of them, and we don't have any superstars on our team.
That's crazy.
We're playing the same people that Anthony Davis and his team plays, but how do we have? I think we're ahead of them by 3 games in the loss column and 3 games in the win column.
That's crazy.
So like, yeah. So like, but I think Anthony Davis will be in the All-Star game. So I think.
But I think Anthony Davis deserves to be in it over Luka Doncic.
You think over Luka?
Yeah.
I would say yeah.
Because I bet if you compare their stats against each other,
Oh, Anthony Davis is going.
Anthony Davis has like trumped him easily.
Yeah. My thing is Luka has so much momentum like right now. Like people are calling him like the most marketable superstar that we've had in a long time. And I read that from somebody, and I was like, "That's crazy," because I thought Steph Curry was like still playing, and I thought Giannis was still alive, and I thought LeBron was still alive, and I thought Kevin Durant was there, and Russell Westbrook was still there. Like Luka has. I don't know if I've ever seen a player have this much hype around him since
But like who would they have to put him in over?
They have to put him over a lot of people. Okay, so check this out.
Okay, wait. Who are the guards?
Guards.
The starting guards are.
I think it's
Steph
Curry,
and James Harden.
Steph Curry and James Harden, and then so you got Steph Curry, James Harden, right? So then you have to so you got Steph Curry, James Harden. Then you got to think about Russell Westbrook. Does he get in?
Yeah, Westbrook.
Triple double. Dame Lillard. Dame is they're in the fourth. They're fourth in the West right now.
Yeah, so then Damian Lillard. So Westbrook, Lillard.
Do you put in Klay Thompson?
You already know he's going to get put in.
He's
stupid numbers.
He's got to get his numbers, and they're first in the West right now. And then
Klay Thompson.
And then DeMar DeRozan.
Oof.
DeMar or LaMarcus have to get in. And Donovan Mitchell. They're sitting at 6 in the West right now.
So then, for Luka Doncic to get in,
He has
snub out some dudes.
He has to come in as a forward then. So then we got another conversation.
That's crazy, bro.
And they have him in the front court. So let's play like he's a front court guy. All right. So West, we got and Chris, feel free to chime in anytime. So
I don't follow you as closely as you guys do.
Okay, so look, in the West, you got LeBron, Kevin Durant, Paul George. That's the front court. Like, how many people was on the All-Star game in the first place?
Probably 12.
12. So, all right, so that's 3 positions from the front court guys. So backing them up, you have to put Jokic in.
Yes.
Number 1, he's the first guy that I would put in, and then number 2, if you put Anthony Davis, you said yeah. I mean,
yeah. Anthony Davis, because he was probably like close to being in the starters.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Okay. I'm not disagreeing with that. So you got Anthony Davis in there. Do we finally reward Steven Adams?
No.
No, Steven Adams. No.
I think it's no. I think Karl Anthony Towns.
No. Hell no.
No.
Hell
Rudy
no.
Gobert.
Yeah. So to me, it's either. See, that's the thing, though. I think the Spurs, it's either Rudy or Donovan Mitchell or LaMarcus or DeMar DeRozan.
I see. Like one,
like they're because they're sitting at 7th, 6th, 7th. You know, one of those guys can make it from each team. Like, I feel like the top four, like, you know what I mean? Like, if you want to reward winning reward the guys. They're winning.
So then you would think someone from the Clippers got to go.
Tobias Harris.
So that's another front court.
Yeah. Like, let's just say you get 6 guards, 6 front court people.
But even the Kings are ahead of the Mavs, so then a Kings player should have precedence.
That's why I say that Anthony Davis and Luka shouldn't get in, because I'm like the Kings deserve something.
That's crazy.
You know what I mean? I'm like, the Kings deserve, if you're going to reward losing, like the Kings are, like Buddy Hield is most improved. De'Aaron Fox the most improved guy. They're both balling. Like if you have those two guys are like the driving force in having the Kings 500 at the end of January. Like we were predicted to win like 7 games this year.
I know, bro. This is crazy.
That's what I'm saying. Like
We've never been in this position where we deserve to.
The Kings deserve some type of nod, and that's why they have Buddy Hield in the 3-point contest, and they have De'Aaron Fox in the skills, and I think Bogey, Fox, and Bagley are all in the rookie challenge. So it's like we have representation at the game, and all of our players are still at that young stage where it's not like you don't necessarily have to.
Makes sense. Yeah.
But
damn, 7 games.
Yeah, it was something bad. But so you know, like we had them. So for our six guards in the West, we have Steph, James, Russell Westbrook, Klay Thompson, Damian Lillard. What was the vote on DeMar DeRozan or Donovan Mitchell?
I don't really know how good. I heard Donovan Mitchell's kind of having a down year.
He was, and that's why they were. This is why I can't put Rudy in. He was having a down year in the beginning of the year, right? Really bad. He was trash, and they were out the playoffs. He turns it around now. They're 6th in the West.
Oof.
He's the driving. They can't win without him being good. They can win without Gortat being bad. I mean, with Gortat playing bad.
Go Bear, bro. Go Bear.
Gortat. Oh,
Gortat the
white. Yeah. We just played the Kings just played the Clippers. I was watching the Clippers game. I got Gortat on my mind. Go Bear. So I think. So if I had to pick at an all-star from the Jazz, I would pick Donovan Mitchell.
So then Donovan Mitchell makes 6.
No, it makes 6 guards.
Which means LaMarcus Aldridge makes it in the forwards.
Yeah. So then we have LeBron James, Paul George, Kevin Durant, Jokic, LaMarcus Aldridge.
That's 5.
Then it's Anthony Davis or Luka Doncic.
Do you think it's 12 or do you think they carry 15 players?
I think it's 15.
So let me ask you. So they when they pick players, it's not, they don't do it by position. They just do it. The top players make it. No,
it's so for the starting 5, it's a combination of 50% fan votes, and then the other 50% is split up between the media and the players.
Right.
So
why don't they just do? Hey, you pick the top 4 from each position.
Can't do that
because that would.
There'd be like 20.
The top 4 point guards. Yeah,
because what if you're
why not
4th ranked? Like your number 4 best center could be trashed here.
Yeah.
Compared to your number 4 best small forward.
Yeah. So
your 5th best small forward.
I get it. It makes sense, but I mean they do that for the. I know I'm comparing apples to oranges.
No, see the thing is with the NBA, like, so you have so that you have guards and you have forwards. So it's like the top guards and top forwards.
Mm-hmm. But you have those guys who, in the game, they'll switch from small forward to power forward or small guard to small forward or something. I guess I understand that too.
Hold on. I think there's actually, hold on, let me check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So there's 15. Last year there was 15 All-Stars. There's 15.
All right, so then they both get in.
So both, so 2 from the Spurs and 2 from the Jazz, or just 1 from the Spurs and 1 from the Jazz? Anthony Davis and Luka.
Whichever team is ahead.
That's crazy. I don't know, because do you think Draymond Green's gonna get in?
No, hell no. Backpack? Nuh-uh.
Backpack ain't good enough. This year.
Warriors don't get 4 this year. They get 3.
They don't get 4.
They barely get 3. And Klay, honestly, Klay's getting in just off a name alone. He has he's had some outbursts. Don't get me wrong. Like he had that, like the 60 points. I think he's 50 or 60. He dropped something like that.
Oh, 4 dribble, bro.
Yeah, 4 dribbles. He was at it. He did that twice this year. So, you know, So let's go. So for the West we had, I'm gonna one more time. So we had LeBron, Paul George, KD, Anthony Davis, Jokic. Did we say LaMarcus, right? LaMarcus Aldridge.
Yeah, LaMarcus.
So we got 6. And then Steph Curry, James Harden, Russell Westbrook, Klay Thompson, Damon Lillard, Donovan Mitchell.
Luka.
And then Luka would get in as the last spot. So he'd be in the 13th slot or the 14th slot.
You don't think Karl Anthony Towns would get in?
He could. I think he probably does sneak in.
If there's 15 spaces, I think he gets in.
I think he gets in. But if honestly, bro, that team is such a disappointment. He don't deserve it. He's right behind us. They'll probably be, depending on how the season turns out between the All-Star break, they might be with us, ahead of us, or right behind us. I just don't think they really deserve it. I'd rather give it to somebody like Steven Adams that probably will never get into an All-Star game, that's actually been having a good year. You know what I mean? Karl Anthony Towns has so many chances to get in. But who knows? Maybe they take because we just did 6. Maybe DeMar gets in too. Karl Anthony Towns, I could see him getting in, and they could still put in Steven Adams. I'd be fine with that.
Yeah.
I'd be fine with the So you have the starting 5, then you have the next 5, so you have 10 players, and then the bottom 5 are they had 15 players. Yeah, the bottom 5 could be Luka, Steven Adams, Karl Anthony Towns, DeMar, and whoever else. But yeah, I think that's pretty much the majority of the All-Stars for the West. What about the East?
Nobody cares, bro.
We gotta show some love to the East, bro. So we got Giannis, Kawhi, God dang, Embiid, Jimmy Butler, Blake Griffin. 5. Who's the 6th power forward in the East though, or forward? East.
That's hard, bro.
East, man. That's ugh.
I think we can't spend too much time on it because once all these lineups come out, that's when we're gonna do our mock fantasy draft.
Yeah, the fantasy draft we're
gonna do our own All-Star fantasy draft.
Yeah, we'll do. That's when the fantasy draft comes out, we'll do our own lineups. We'll talk about those. We'll draft our own, and then we'll. All right, Chris, pick a number.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you got the number?
Yeah, I do.
Don't say it out loud, Carl. What's your number?
What's my number?
Yeah, because we're gonna decide whoever is it. All right, Chris, you decide. Whoever's closest or furthest, or whoever's closest to your number picks first.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I'm gonna go 34.
All right, I'm gonna go 31.1.
Robert, you were close.
Damn it.
What was your number?
4.
Oh gosh. So I've got to get the first pick in the 2019
snake draft. So you get the first and I get second, third.
Oh. Hell no.
How do they? Well, we'll just have to figure out how they do it.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So oh, but
hell no.
But and I'm gonna throw you a bone here, Carl. Since even though I'm picking first, I'll be LeBron. I'll be LeBron, and you can have Giannis. That's that's the least I'll do that for you. I'll let you have Giannis. I'll be LeBron.
I could live with myself if I had to choose as LeBron.
I knew you would. I knew you wouldn't be able to. That's why, like I said, I'm throwing you a bone here. You my boy. I want you to be happy. So whenever they release the rest of the roster, then we can have our vote. But I'm just so for me, it's just do I go after Steph or do I have to go after KD? What type of team am I building here? So
pick your poison on.
I might have to go with KD because you got all that length with Giannis. I can't let you have KD but then again, oh my goodness, man. Then
I'm
it,
gonna straight up start picking like the scrubs at the bottom of the All Stars.
please don't ruin this, man. I swear, if you have like, if your second pick is like freaking, don't do Giannis like that, man. That's the only way I know you won't mess it up. Don't treat Giannis like that. Build Giannis a decent
Giannis don't
team.
need any help.
Nah, he don't deserve what you about to do to him. My team better not be like LeBron, Kevin Durant, Kawhi,
Steph Curry.
Joel Embiid, and your team is like Giannis, Steven Adams,
I'll
Gobert.
be drafting dudes who aren't even in. Brook Lopez.
Man, you just built the Bucks.
I'm just gonna draft the Bucks. Oh, Eric Bledsoe, Chris Middleton.
Dude, don't do that. Don't do that to Giannis, man.
Tony Snell.
We both got too much respect for Giannis to do that, man.
You're right. You're right.
So
Whoa.
come on, Chris.
Yeah, Chris, come on, dog.
So yeah, that's coming up whenever they. I think on the 4th. I think they'll have the rosters released on February 4th. Just in time for the
Day
Super
after
Bowl.
the Super Bowl?
Just in time for the Super Bowl.
Day
It,
after?
it's smart, bro. As soon as football season's over, NBA is king. Nothing in the
No,
way.
'cause they're starting the AFL right after the it's like the NFL D League basically.
You think
starting that league.
anybody's gonna care about that?
Yeah, the people who trying to make it in this.
You think,
Make it in that
like I
league.
said, you think anybody's gonna care about that?
Yeah,
Dude.
Over,
I know I ain't gonna care.
yo, like,
I didn't even know
like,
it was a thing.
I didn't know
They
either.
should make a team. They should have made a team in Sacramento.
Nah, we used to have like a semi-pro team. It's like the Sacramento Mountain Lions or something like that.
Yeah, the UFL.
Yeah, we
You
had,
guys had a UFL team.
yeah. What's his?
Big updates from Sacramento sports leagues.
Hey,
Sac Republic.
Hey.
I heard they just got like some big old big money boy
Mhm.
come through, part owning the team or whatever. But I think they're trying to make moves, get in that MLS, bro.
hey, they're gonna change the old railroad area. There's this old railroad yard downtown
Yeah.
next to the light rail. I think they're in talks to turn that to the new Sac Republic Arena. So
Bruh, we've been on Sac Republic.
we've been on that for a minute. Like, we still have to go to a game. The games are crazy fun. They're actually
That's
pretty
real.
fun. They're pretty
That's
fun.
real.
So we got to go to a game soon. Whenever the season starts back up, you got to pull up here for a game because, especially when you sit behind the goalie and then the balls are flying your way. So you gotta pay attention. And then the music's on Jam. The music's always on Smash. They got the band playing. There's so much fan hype too. It's a good atmosphere. So I hope that if Sac Republic gets an MLS, bro, it's gonna be unqualified and educated. We talk about soccer and basketball. It's about to be for real legit out here in these streets.
Sacktown.
Chris, you ain't know nothing about Sac.
Yeah. Calm down, bruh. Calm down. I've never been so disrespected before in my life as a Sacramento native. You just disrespected my whole city like that. So, is there anything left on the topic, Doc? You guys want to discuss offhand? Any?
Chris the boss, bro.
So we pretty much.
That when he came in with those three things.
Yeah, you did.
So, for me, I don't really follow basketball that much anymore. So
No, it's good, bro. You did good. You earned that D. And I mean it.
You got that solid D, bro.
I mean it. You earned that.
Earned yourself a nice 66.677.
Oh, I
Is that
think
AJ?
I think AJ's back. Hey, tell that fool he got to stop that, man. He keep on messing up the flow.
Man, that's some nonsense, bro.
Yo, we gonna have to. We got to start a whole new unqualified and educated chat room without
Yeah,
that fool
for
in
real.
it. Yeah, like we gotta get that fool. All right, we gotta
hey, when are you gonna get back on Mario Kart, dude?
Mario Kart.
Yo, we were supposed to talk about the Switches, bro.
Oh, we were supposed to bring up the switches, huh?
Damn.
I
How long we
mean,
been going for?
we've been going for like an hour and
Yeah, there ain't no time, bro. There ain't no time.
yeah, you've been going for an hour and 15. I'm gonna close it out. So,
Yeah.
all right. So, appreciate you guys for tuning in. I want to give a shout out to Chris for holding down the topics for today. It was
I'll be back. You wait.
You dig,
I'll
bro.
be back.
he was
I'll be back with some better topics. Hopefully, I'll be a head coach by the next time I came back.
yeah, man.
And,
Next time, you got a couple months to work on those topics. Hey man, come on, man. And the next time, hey, we like a real like podcast, like radio station type show. So if you come on the show next time, you for real gotta like be promoting something. Like, you know what I mean? Like when rappers and movie stars, they go on their like media tour, they're talking about their movie or their album or something. You can't just be coming on here because you want to talk.
That's real, bro.
You gotta have something happening in your life and you want to discuss it, and then we'll discuss whatever's happening in your life, and then you give us your topics, man. This is real. And this for any guest. This is for any guest that come on Unqualified and Uneducated. If you want to if you want to join the show, we're glad to have you on the show. Just email us at the unqualifiedanduneducated@gmail.com or Instagram.
That's right.
We'll put you on. We'll put you in the Discord and we'll talk. But you have to come up with the topics for the day. You have to come up with the topics. The only person
got some substance, bro.
The only person that doesn't have to do that is G, because he auditioned and the audition went smooth.
Yeah, G baby, nice.
Yeah, it was so smooth. There's the only person that don't have to like come up with the topics. Other than that, you guys, if you come on the show, bring us your topics. So, Carl, any last words?
Hey, I ain't really got nothing to say other than, I guess, thanks, Chris, for coming on to the show. I can't believe I have to drive you all lame ass back to your house.
Hey, man, I hope the people enjoyed it, and I hope they're anticipating my next time on here.
Whoa, that's a little forward, but
set your timers to at least 6 months away.
Yeah, set that. Yeah, you might show up for the Unqualified and Educated 1-year anniversary, which is coming up pretty fast. Actually.
Yeah, that's right, bro.
It's coming up. What is it, like June? I think
it's in June, some point in June.
Yeah. So as always, thanks for tuning in to Unqualified and Uneducated. Stay unqualified, live uneducated, and we out.